Click on Requirements. Some applicant information, such as an applicant's name, is collected automatically. However, HR Selector allows the recruiter to define additional requirements. Requirements can be information that each applicant is requested to provide. For example, a correspondence address, national insurance number, or their current notice period. Requirements can be documentation that an applicant will be requested to upload. For example, proof of identity, qualification certificates, or driving license. Requirements can also be employee prerequisites. Examples of prerequisites would be where the applicant is required to provide their own computer, phone, or vehicle. Requirements can be made mandatory or preferred. Applicants that choose not to provide requested mandatory information when made at the application phase will not be able to submit their application. Documentation that is uploaded will remain unverified until checked and marked as verified by the recruiter. Likewise, employee prerequisites will not be marked as agreed until the recruiter has confirmed the applicant's acceptance, the recruiter has waived the prerequisite item, or some other arrangement has been agreed. When adding requirements, it is also specified at what stage in the recruitment process each requirement is required. For example, information like correspondence address and current notice period may be information that is required on application. Proof of identity may only be required if the applicant is invited for interview. Whereas qualification certificates, NI number, and driving license details may be requested only if the applicant is to be offered a position. Requirements that are common throughout a whole organization, such as an applicant's basic information or any proof of right to work documentation, is assigned to the top-level organizational unit. Specific information that may only be applicable to parts of an organization is assigned to the most appropriate organization unit. For example, proof of an accounting qualification would be assigned to the finance organization unit. To add common requirements, first select the top-level organizational unit. Click on Add New. Set the requirement to be mandatory. Click on All to list all the available requirements. Select the mandatory requirements from the list. Click on Add Selected. OK. Note the number of added requirements. Change the requirement to be preferred. Select the preferred requirements from the list. Click on Add Selected. OK. Note the number of added requirements. Click on Exit to exit the Add Requirement display. The added requirements are grouped by the recruitment phase. It is recommended that for each phase, the defined requirements are substantially need to know, rather than like to know items. Click Edit to change imported information. Confirm that the information for the applicant represents your organization's policy on collated data. If required, customize the information for the applicant. If you want to make changes as to when in the recruitment process information is requested, you can. The settings defined here will be the default for all the organization's campaigns. The default settings can be changed at the campaign level. Keep in mind that in some regions, local legislation would require some information, such as date of birth and gender, to be made preferred. Required items can be disabled or deleted. A disabled requirement will no longer appear as a default requirement on future campaigns. Deleting requirements will remove the requirement from the default list. When all the changes have been made, click on Save. OK. Information for the applicant text that has been seeded from the HR Selector requirements library and unchanged will be displayed in gray italics. Changes made by the recruiter to the seeded information will be formatted in a darker, non-italic font.